by Quickstar. We're moments away from letting the pros loose. Here we go, the pro final launches off into the FXR turn. Who will grab the stud boy hole shot on the bottom, trying to power his way through off the corner. Lemieux getting swallowed up. Oscar Norm and Francis Pelletier fighting out for the lead.
Looked like it was going to be Lemieux with the hole shot. We'll have to wait to hear who they actually claim was the winner there. But man, like you said, everybody charging hard. Norm, Pelletier, Ischel, Coutu caught a great hole shot on the outside and now sits and runs in fourth early on in this 10-minute time period, and then going into the 2 laps.
Action further back in the field. Jacob Björk drifting to the outside. Pelletier chasing after Oscar Norm as they charge over the Amsoil finish line jump, with Elias Ischel lurking behind him in third as they head up toward the Arctic Cat Rhythm section.
Pelletier worked outside, then comes back inside. Now he's going to go back outside, and he's got Ischel right behind him. So we'll charge hard. If you have to remember, in one of the qualifiers, Pelletier led Ischel, and Ischel wasn't able to get around him for a win in that qualifier. But right now is the final, and you can be sure that there's a little extra drive in that number 200 Skidoo out of West Coast Customs in Boss Racing.
You can see the time running at the top of your screen here as we're early on in this Amsoil Pro Final, and Pelletier starts to draw in on Oscar Norm, but Norm able to accelerate away through this Arctic Cat Rhythm section, and wow, it is getting rough there.
Norm racing out of Henches Racing on that Monster Energy Polaris. Polaris's sled new somewhat this year. Basically a lot of changes in the power plant going to EFI. Here comes Pelletier right behind him, going to the outside again. Let's see if he's got enough speed to take and make a pass on the Polaris of Oscar Norm. They were just about bar to bar coming across the finish line.
Pelletier didn't want to take the outside going into that U.S. Air Force flyaway. He crossed lanes, came down to the bottom. He'll follow Norm as they head into the Skidoo section here. Meanwhile, Elias Ischel continues to run third with Cole Coutu fourth and Kyle Pauline in fifth, but Pelletier is not letting Oscar Norm run away and hide here.
About 2.5 minutes into the 10-minute timed period. A lot of racing yet. Here goes Pelletier to the outside again. Let's see what he's got for him there.
Yeah, I thought he might try that outside line, but he stays committed to that bottom. They come off that big wall, that braking bump that is down there on the inside of the U.S. Air Force flyaway.
Boy, when they go through that part of the racetrack, it just swallows them up. They disappear. It's so deep there. Here comes Ischel. Ischel's decided it's time to work his way up front. Working to the outside. He's got his eyes on Francis Pelletier. Right now it's Norm, Pelletier, Ischel. Coutu still in fourth. Good run for the driver out of Lake Nebagamon, Wisconsin. Then Pauline and Benham now in sixth.
The look from above at Elias Ischel on that Boss Racing West Coast Customs XPS Skidoo. Powering through the rough stuff. Elias says he likes it when things are a bit sketchy, so this track should be right in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, you bet. This is something that he definitely likes, is a track, he said, where not everybody's going fast, where everybody's got to work and take different lines, and that's what they're doing here.
Well, Norm actually gapping out now a little bit on Francis Pelletier, almost 2 seconds between those two.
Same way with Pelletier and Ischel, about a little over a second and a half. And Coutu is about a second, little over a second out of a podium finish.
Meanwhile, not too far behind Cole Coutu, here comes Kyle Pauline on the Lavalley Red Bull Polaris. And there you can see all of the top five in frame as they work their way off the Polaris corner, closing in on the halfway point of this 10-minute time period. And then 2 laps to follow it to wrap up this Amsoil Pro Final. And Ischel has caught the back of Francis Pelletier. Here comes a battle for the number 2 spot.
Let's see if Pelletier can hold on to the position. Ischel going wide carrying a little bit more speed through it. Looks like he's probably going to be able to make a move, and he does. So Ischel now in second has his sights set on Oscar Norm. And boy, it didn't take him long to catch him either. He's ready for that battle.
Elias going all the way down to the far inside of the straightaway here to the Amsoil finish line. Jump, touches back down to the snow, right up behind Oscar Norm, almost launched onto the back end of him. Now they'll battle their way through that tough Arctic Cat rhythm section, initial right to the edge of the track surface.
Boy, you talk about sketchy. That was sketchy the way he went through that part of the racetrack, and look at that. Just powered by Oscar Norm. So you've got a new leader. He won round 3 here in Dubuque. Could he win round 4? Well, right now he's out front. We've still got about 4.5 minutes left to go in the 10-minute time period in the 2 laps. A lot of racing, and this racetrack is sketchy. It's really been beat up. These guys have got their hands full.
And it's almost like Elias just finds another gear when he wants it. He is just trucked away, and now it's going to be a battle for second between Norm and Peltier. Peltier crosses over to the inside. They'll head down the Ram truck straight away. Norm will get there to take the inside lane away from Peltier, but Peltier got to run, and he's going to make move.
Oh, contact.
Peltier gets bumped off the sled. Fortunately, it didn't land too far away from him. He's going to try to get back up on it, but that is going to push the 21 of Cole Coutu now up into a podium position.
There you see Oscar Norm still sitting in second place on that Monster Energy Polaris. And in third place right now is Cole Coutu. Young Cole Coutu out of Coutu Motorsports. Lake Nebegaman, Wisconsin is where he lives. I said early on this year, I was really impressed with the attitude that Cole came in. I think he recommitted himself to racing in the summer, worked extremely hard with his trainer and that, come in with a new mindset. And I'll tell you what, if he takes some podiums here, that's only going to drive him even more to do better.
He's got a tangle, though, with Kyle Pauline.
Yep, Pauline, the crafty, seasoned veteran.
Yeah.
The thing with Kyle, though, Kyle will race you clean. He's not going to take and, give you a rubber or anything like that. It's going to be clean racing, which is good for Cole. But look at Kyle. Kyle wants to get on that podium, too, as he transfers to the outside line.
And there's Francis Pelletier, who has recovered for the 5th spot, and he's going hard. Oh, and we've got a huge off here at the Amsoil finish line jump.
Oh!
Wow. We've got the sled crossed up, and now we've got a couple of riders down. We'll see it come into view here as the
Cody
field
Cam,
comes
one of
down.
them.
Yeah. Oh, and Coutu's off on the backstretch. There's the yellow waving at Ischel, having to change directions. Cole gets back on his sled.
Jacob Yerk involved in that incident.
And I believe might have been Pelletier that had the off. Either that or it was his teammate Daniel Benham. It's one of the Rockstar Makita Skidoo sleds that is up on its side. And here comes Kyle Pauline. Pauline.
Boy, they've really got a mess in the front here. That yellow waving hard.
Pauline's going to make the run to the inside of Oscar Norm. That's a pass for second after Coutu had his issue.
Right. There, look at this. There's your race leader right there.
And you can see now they're coming into that yellow flag zone. Pauline's got to low it down. Once they get past that yellow, they can get back on the hammer. Just over a minute left to go. And then we'll get the 2 to go signal once time expires. How about the ride for Kyle Pauline?
Wow, that's a good run for him. It'll get him up on the podium. He's gotten around Oscar Norm, so it's Ischel, Pauline, and Norm. Drivers involved in that incident. It looks like it's going to be Yerk, Peltier, Cody Cam, Adam Renheim. Was drivers back deeper in the field.
Down to about 30 seconds to go. Back up front, Elias Ischel cruising right now. 8-second advantage over Kyle Pauline.
Pauline's got about 4 over Oscar Norm. Lincoln Lemieux sitting in 4th place, about 2.5 seconds off a podium finish. Benham in 5th, and Coutu, who came off too and didn't see what happened to him. He is sitting in 6th. I watched Ischel that time. Did you see him peek over his shoulder? I was almost like he had a problem with his sled, but I think he's just kind of looking to see how hard he's got to charge here.
So we have time expired, which means the 2 to go signal has come out, and the white flag will be getting ready here for Elias Ischel as he comes back down the straightaway. So final lap underway.
Now this Ischel just came across, like you said, white flags for him, Paul. He's looking over his shoulder again. He wants to make sure he knows what color flag was waving.
Yeah, sometimes at speed easy to miss, and Hunter Patnode almost had a meeting of the minds with his teammate.
Ischel is just about off track too.
Yeah.
Well, final corner, Paul. Bring it home.
So Elias Ischel, he likes it when the tracks are rough and tumble, and he will master it tonight here in Dubuque as Elias Ischel wins round 4 at the Tyson Snowcross National, presented by Quick Trip. Kyle Pauline with a great 2nd place finish on the LaValle Red Bull Polaris. Oscar Norm will round out the podium finishers with a 3rd. Lincoln Lemieux comes home 4th. Daniel Benham in for 5th. Coutu after the off comes back to 6th. Whitwer 7th. Logan Christian 8th. Emil Harn 9th. Jacob Yerk rounds out the top 10. Renheim 11th. Patnode 12th. And then Pelletier and Cam did not finish.